Did you know there are over 9,000 different animal species on Earth? There are so many different kinds of animals that scientists have had to sort them into different kingdoms. So let's explore the animal kingdom with this crash course, starting with zoology. That's literally what I'm doing right now. But zoology is more than just, oh, look how cute. It's the science of how animals interact with each other and their environment, how they function, and how they evolved. Zoologists study all aspects of animal life, from their behavior to their anatomy and physiology. Some even specialize in a particular group of animals like herpetologists, who study reptiles and amphibians. But why do we need a zoology? Why not just study all living things together? Well, it's easier to understand the complex interactions between, say, birds and beetles if you take out all the other variables like plants and fungi. And by studying animals as their own kingdom, we can learn how they all function and then use that knowledge to understand how all living things function together. So what's the difference between an animal and something that's not an animal? Well, first off, animals are multicellular, meaning they're made up of more than one cell. They also get their nutrition by eating other organisms, whether that's plants or other animals. And unlike plants, animals move around pretty freely during at least some part of their lives. And finally, animals are heterotrophic, which means they can't make their own food. Instead, they have to consume it. Animals have been on Earth for around 580 million years, and over that time, they've evolved into a super diverse bunch. In fact, scientists estimate that there are around 8.7 million species of animal on Earth today, and we've only described about 1.2 million of them. So where do all these animals fit in? Well, the animal kingdom is divided into two major groups: invertebrates and vertebrates. Invertebrates are animals without backbones, like jellyfish, worms, and insects. Invertebrates are animals with backbones, like us. Vertebrates are further divided into 5 groups: fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. And despite the incredible diversity of the animal kingdom, all animals share some common characteristics. For example, all animals are eukaryotic, meaning their cells have a nucleus. And all animals are also diploid, meaning they have 2 sets of chromosomes. All animals also have some of the same genes, like the Hox genes, which control how embryos develop. And all animals are also capable of sexual reproduction, although some can also reproduce asexually. Finally, all animals are part of the domain Eukarya, which includes all organisms with eukaryotic cells. The other domains are archaea and bacteria, which are all prokaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells don't have a nucleus or other membrane-bound organelles. So basically all the cells in the domains of bacteria and archaea are simpler than the cells in the domain of eukarya. So there you have it, a crash course in zoology. Hopefully you learned something new, and maybe you will now be inspired to learn more about the amazing animals around you. Thanks for watching.